let's jump into the preschool discussion. So everything except for the things that have to be table based or paper based is presented in an extremely engaging interactive way. So NeuroNurture's curriculum is based on intentional learning at play. Sometimes you might hear it referred to as ILAP. That's the way we say intentional learning at play very quickly. And it's based on the concept of expanding, building, and encouraging. So this is how we structure the discussion, the child following, the development of activities, the setup of the space, based on understanding the process of expanding, building, and encouraging. So we expand the play experience, we build through discussion, and I'm gonna move. We build through discussion and interaction while they play. So this will be more of what the parents are talking about and hearing in the videos. I'm not going to jump the gun, just cover this. So I encourage an expansion of the experience with books, songs, games, interactions, and spontaneous moments. So sometimes, something might spark. It happens a lot that kids are sparked to make connections with the real world and things that they are exposed to in preschool. And so again, these are ways that we're encouraging the expansion of the classroom or the preschool experience. So we know that this is not my idea. This is actually taken from paper, and I forget the name of it, but it is the 6 C's learned through play. So communication, collaboration, confidence, creative innovation, critical thinking, content knowledge. This is all the information that children are experiencing and gaining through high quality play experiences. And this does not include the type of play where they're just pushing buttons or activity is lighting up. We're talking about engaging user needed activities. Let me go to the next. So the NeuroNurture curriculum is a multi-methodology curriculum. We take the best method approach from a lot of these, and some of these have some controversial aspects of it, because I'm big on understanding the history underlying a philosophy or a pedagogy, so that I am aware of the intentions behind the creation of that curriculum or that philosophy. So I don't use everything. They inform what has become the NeuroNurture curriculum and pedagogy. And one of the biggest influences, I spoke about it earlier when I showed you the spaces, is Reggio Emilia and Montessori. And we also have a little bit of the concepts from High Scope, from a cooperative educational space where parents are highly engaged in the community. And then Waldorf, where they're talking about the developmental stages of children, and they intentionally scaffold. They have a different way of matriculating students through their school so that they stay with teachers for a much longer period of time. It's not a yearly change. They stay as a group for a very long time. And they also have some really beautiful play materials that are very open-ended and focus on allowing children to have a lot of agency and control and creativity in the play experience. So I found those, these are some of the most powerful. I get a lot of inspiration for the NeuroNurture curriculum from families and also other philosophies, but these are some of the top ones. All right, so I'm gonna skip this because in case we have time to come back, I'll show you some video testimonials from past families over the years. But I'm just gonna skip that for now and kind of talk about what you can expect to see in the components of our virtual preschool. So we have a 4-day program. 2 of those days, after we do our calendar experiences and community discussion and kind of gathering moments, we'll be going into number sense and math reasoning. So some examples of what we'll be doing: number recognition, counting. I'll even show you some of the materials that will support that. And again, you don't have to buy the materials box. I highly encourage it because this was curated to limit the stress for other parents to try to find all of these materials all over at Teachers Pay Teachers and Amazon. We develop a lot of this. We develop all of the materials that come in the box intentionally to support the curriculum. But there are materials out there that can do similar things if you already have it or you find it. Because anyway, we'll talk more about it. So this is one example, and I can't see myself. Okay, so I don't know what you're saying. So this is just one example of our counting and color cones. So every month we're adding on to this. So every box is going to have more, and obviously we're going to run out of colors and things. So we'll be changing out the materials, but for the first few months, you'll be getting more and more of the little ice cream tops, and it goes on the learning wall. So the learning wall is something no matter whose materials you're using, mine or some other third party. You still have to construct 2 learning walls that support the content of the program. So this is just an example of like the community time wall. So over here we have names for all the kids that are there, and they each have a pocket in it. These are not laminated, but everybody's will be laminated so that you can work on writing. You can work on using this with wiki sticks or any sort of Play-Doh. These are more than just names. So all these activities will be outlined in the packages that come with the materials. So this was just, one child's name, but every child will get, every child that buys the material box will get every one of their classmates' names, so that just like in preschool, they'll be able to recognize by the end of a few months, at least in some level, all of their friends' names, which is always really fun for them. So I look forward to hearing them screaming out as they start to recognize that. So this is just an example of some of the activities that will cover, that will be included in the materials box that supports this number sense and math reasoning, and also the literacy foundations. So phonics, sight words, story time, games, and then we help you build a word-rich environment in your home. So you'll also be getting labels of common household items that you tape around your house: wall, door, toilet, potty, and the like, so that children can start to see these words in their environment on a constant basis, and understand that words that they already know how to say also have a visual representation. And then it's a bilingual program. So a lot of the like community activities and the songs are bilingual. One of them, this is another activity. It won't look like this because this is paper, and if I send laminated paper without all of these steps, then your child will slip. So you'll have a foam version of this, and it's the days of the week. So we do a hopscotch with this. We do it in English and in Spanish, and it's a song and an activity and then it correlates to our days of the week wheel. And then we have, and I'll show you some other wheels that we have for the calendar activities. So that's one example of the literacy foundations and the bilingual explorations. Then we'll be talking about these next two bullet points. Character skills and SEL videos are not a discussion point in the Monday through Tuesday classes. They're going to be a series of videos that are in the parent portal once the website is up, but currently will be in the private Facebook group that cover these discussions. Because without the foundation of how to talk respectfully and what that even means in the development of your child, then a lot of these interactions are just going to be stressful, because this is a whole lot of fun and noise and what some people would consider chaos and disorder, because it's a lot of play, and in play there's a lot, you go all over the place with it. So in order for you to, I would say, most enjoyably, most effectively use the NeuroNurture materials and curriculum, you need to have a really good foundation in effective ways of supporting character skill development and social emotional learning. And that is something that we are going to be building through videos and through, I just drew a blank on it, weekly newsletters. Thank you, Lord. I don't know what just happened, but weekly newsletters. So character skills, manners, citizenship, and more. The SEL videos will talk about self-awareness, self-management. And in fact, Mrs. Gibson is a heavy influence on these questions that I put here. Who am I? How do I fit into the world? How do I see myself? How does the world see me? How can I be okay and know it? Know it. Self-management. What do I feel? What do I do about how I feel? What's expected of me? And what tools do I see in my parents and the adults around me and my big siblings or cousins? And what do I see and copy? So we'll be talking about all of those things in the context of expectations for this age group, in the educational outcomes, but also the nurturing experiences that happen in these spaces and just throughout the day. So this is more than a preschool. This is more, I like to say, it's more of a workshop with a lot of play and preschool in it, because it is an effort to support the nurturing experiences between adults and children and infuse it with education at the same time in a very engaging and fun way. And then we'll also be talking about safety foundations. So physical autonomy, who can touch, not so much who can touch you, but do you have a voice? Do you have agency over your own person? What does that look like for children of this age? And then information like their own name, their full name. So we have a way of, we're building up throughout the first few months, talking from first name all the way to first, middle, and last name, which is a big deal to this age group. And then we're moving into talking about your parents' real names, so that if anything ever happens, you can tell someone more than my mommy's name is Mommy. I actually know that my mom's name is Jennifer. I can actually tell you that. And then again, we have the monthly add-on materials.